I kill a communist for fun. But for a green card, I'm gonna carve him up real nice.
37 years ago today, on August 11th, 1980, Tony Montana began his career in crime when he assassinated one of Fidel Castro's top associates, Emilio Rebenga, when he entered a refugee camp in Miami, Florida. How do we know this? Right before a riot breaks out in the refugee camp and the subsequent assassination, we see some on-screen text telling us what's going on. There it is, August 11th, 1980. This assassination sparks a chain of events that eventually leads to Tony Montana's rise to power. It's actually a perfect way to introduce us to Tony and get a feel for his character. Scarface is, after all, a movie about the bad guy. We already know from the introduction to the film, as well as his police interrogation, that Tony's a criminal, with a sketchy past at best. When Manny tells him they have an assassination mission, Tony's reaction is excitement. When the man who hired him, Frank Lopez, thanks him, Tony's response is that it was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
All right. That was fun.
Also interesting is that we, as an audience, are okay with this murder. All we know about this guy, Rebenga, is that he tortured people to death. At first, we're on Tony's side. We may not agree with the things that he's doing, the murder, the drugs, the backstabbing, but hey, he's the anti-hero we've been presented with, and we're just along for the ride as he climbs his way up the drug trade. As awful as Tony is, he's at least admirable for his cojones.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. You understand?
But this murder is the first of a series of actions throughout the film that gradually become more and more difficult to justify. Once Tony's on top, his lust for power gets the better of him. He becomes almost unbearable to watch, unredeemable, and yet there's still a part of him that wants to be a better person. That's what makes Scarface more than just a generic action or crime movie. As an audience, we're constantly searching for something to root for in this character, any possible trace of humanity that may be left, which may be a lost cause. In his review of the film, Roger Ebert put it nicely. One of the movie's best scenes shows Tony drunk, drugged, and exhausted, and heartbroken, we sense, because he has gained the whole world, but he knows he has not merely lost his soul, but perhaps never had one. So today, here's to all the bad guys.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again.